No. Oh, what? There we go. Nice. What's up, Alex? Nice having you on here. Alex, what do you do for your job? Oh, right. That makes sense. Dihydrogen monoxide, of course. That's pretty cool. Do you work, like, what are your hours? How are you on right now? Ah, gotcha. That's pretty cool. I have to thank you for that suggestion in the other video. I really did want to put the definitions between APR, APY, and DCU. It's funny when I script things and then it doesn't actually ever translate into how I make the video. I think it was really good. I know you've taken the Graham Stephan course. I haven't, but I know one of the things he talks about is making it simple for everybody. And that's something that I really want to try to hone in on, especially because some of the concepts you talk about in finance can get so complicated. But, you know, my way of life is simple, simple, simple. Okay, you do a lot of sales. Yeah. Yeah, so essentially I got a few requests to do a live stream so that way people can ask about previous videos or ask what's happening and stuff like this. 5th grade education. That's a good idea. Cool. I'll write that down. Are you subscribed to the channel Cat and Finance? You are. I remember that now. I do. You wrote her something nice in the last video. I decided that in this video I wanted to give a shout out to her because, man, she wears her heart on her sleeve for sure. And I think she only has 50 something subscribers right now, and she definitely needs way more. So that was my mission in this video today too. What are you working on now? Yeah, next video projects. You can try to explain the chemistry stuff, but that's going to go way over my head. Tell me about it. I feel kind of weird that you're messaging while I'm talking. I can speak 500 words a minute by the time you type one sentence. Oh, no kidding. That'll be a good video. Can't wait to see that one. Yep. I've actually been thinking, people put their Discord links and their YouTube, and I was trying to figure out. I love old man. That's awesome. I've been trying to think about driving traffic from other sources, right? So I got a TikTok and I got a Discord because that was what I saw a lot of other people getting. And I was wondering what the value was for each one. TikTok, being that it has 100 million downloads, it's like the most downloaded app, can drive a lot of traffic. However, I'm not very good at TikTok, so I quickly dismissed that because I want to focus everything on YouTube. But what I realized about Discord is just like this, I can talk to you and you can talk back to me. And it's a way for me to communicate with the audience member. So I really like that about Discord. Have you looked into Discord at all? Nice. That's actually more experience with Discord than I have. I had my brother set it up for me, and I have like nothing on it. Like you open Discord, you download it, and that's all you have. And I don't understand how it works, but I know that's like something that I want to get better at, because the value that I would have talking to you directly rather than messaging, I feel like would just be so helpful for the community I want to build, you know? So if you have any tips or pointers, or if you started Discord, let me know, because I'd love to see how you work it. Because I know a lot of gamers use it, like you said, for using Diablo, but I actually am not a gamer, so I've never even actually dabbled in Discord at all, but I want to. Yo, what's up, my man? Nice to see you around. I wonder, have I caught up on your videos yet? I don't think I have. No, right? Oh, okay. I have to say that because my girlfriend dragged me away to New England where we had a little mini vacation. Her brother got engaged, so we went up there. But if you can see, I have 991 notifications I have yet to get to. And I was kind of thinking about having 999 and showing people how I can go through them so fast. Because I've been thinking, the Roth IRA has a limit of 6,000. What's up, Adrian Nigo? What's up, Cerebral Life? YouTube places a $2,000 subscriber limit. So naturally, anytime I find a limit on something, you have to ask like why, right? And it's because it works. YouTube has that 2,000 subscriber limit because there are people who can game the system and do sub for sub and get like that super fast. But here's what I've been thinking. If I want to know as much as I can about finance as fast as I possibly can, I would shadow clone clone myself, and learn 2,000 different things about finance and come back to me. Unfortunately, I can't clone myself. However, life works in beautiful ways where we already have that available. I mean, there's more than 2,000 finance YouTubers. Yeah, my man. Shadow clone all the way. And so I want to subscribe to 2,000 finance or video quality channels, even if I don't actually get to everybody, even though I want to, because I want to have that availability to me. I can't tell you how much I've learned just for having the 500 I have. For example, Andrew Lopez. A lot of people know Andrew Lopez, but you look in his description, he's got a form where people can fill out to do a collab with him. It's easy like this. And if 500 finance YouTube channels I've looked at, none of them have a method as great as he does. And I'm actually going to be doing a collab with him soon, which is pretty cool. Yeah, 900 plus notifications. But what I tell people is you need to have 2,000 subscribers or more, right? And you can't decrease the quality that you give to each person. So you have to have a method, an efficient method to go through all of these notifications. And I have something that's pretty good using like keyboard shortcuts and just kind of unique ways to take advantage of YouTube's analytics. Thanks. Well, I don't know why I went on that spiel. That's something that I've been meaning to make a video on. There's a couple people who've been asking for like my process for handling all those. So I was thinking about once it gets to 999, I was gonna go and like show the method of how I do it. I'm pretty busy right now. I told you I was working on an Andrew Lopez collab, but I'm also doing a Andrew Shear collab. Andrew Shear is practical personal finance, and he wanted me to be on his podcast, and we kind of like traded. So he gave me some information that I was asking for. So he'll be on a future video about 8 different ways to pay off debt, including why you shouldn't, which is pretty cool. Thanks, Alex. I'm guessing you know Naruto too then, huh? I've done 0 live streams. This is my first, yeah. So if you have any recommendations, whatever, go for it. I was thinking about, I saw Dimitri Panisi, I think is how you pronounce it. So he did a live stream where he scheduled it ahead of time. Ryan Chang's another one. He scheduled it ahead of time, and they worked out really, really good. So I was thinking about doing something like that, but while I was working on what I was working on, I decided just to throw it up while I'm working here, just to see. You don't come off as 34. That's pretty cool. I'm 26, so we're not too far away. Yeah, Ryan Chang is so good. Yo, Ahmed, what's up, man? Thanks again for your shout out in the last video, and congrats on your 1,000. Yeah, Ryan Chang's was probably the best live stream I've seen just in the finance YouTube space in a recent time. I liked it because he set it up ahead of time, and the community that was there at that time was just, it was a poppin' place to be on YouTube. It was pretty cool. Yeah, you're welcome, man. Appreciate it. Ahmed, what's really cool about your channel is just the philosophies you've had. I can tell you've read a great number of books on your channel. I think that's really cool. Yeah, definitely. Yep. So I really wanted to mirror that. Maybe I'll do something a little bit more formal, but I decided to just do a surprise. And Matt, I sent you a message on Instagram. I don't know if you got the chance to see it, but I have this concept that I'd like to share with the world. And I think you'd be the right person. Whether we do a collab, you do it. I mean, as much as I like the sound of my own voice, the ability you have to produce the content you have would just be remarkable. And the concept's called the locus of control. If you're not familiar with it, it's in the book, Warren Buffett Management Secrets. And there's the internal and the external locus of control. And the way I like to describe it is, if you have an external locus of control, yeah, you do. I knew it. For the other people who might not know. Yeah, I know, right? What does Buffett know? Buffett is my hero too, but that's pretty funny. For those who don't know, external locus of control, you blame your environment. Internal locus of control, you blame yourself. So the way I like to describe it is, pretend you're in a relationship and 2 people have trouble communicating and they break up. Well, if someone has an external locus of control, they're just going to blame the partner and be like, he or she, they couldn't communicate, blah, blah, blah. They get into another relationship and the spiral continues. They'll never fix the communication issue. And maybe eventually they'll find the right partner who can communicate. But you have the person with the internal locus of control who says, all right, I wasn't the one able to communicate, fixes it, moves on. Maybe there's another thing that was broken. Fixes, maybe it was confidence, fixes that, moves on, and eventually they build themselves up. So that's something that I strongly believe in. In fact, my cat is named Locus because she is our external, what is it? Locus of out of control, because she's just a menace. No, I tell you, man, we didn't expect to get a cat. We went to a fall festival and they had a bunch of little kittens. I should have seen it coming. And the kittens were 20 bucks. And like 30 minutes before, my girlfriend had a $20 in her hand and she was just like, oh, cool. Like I don't usually have cash. I have $20 in my hand. And then we saw cats for $20 and then game over. And she's pretty energetic. If you think I have energy, I mean, she is my energy. And yeah, she picked the craziest cat there is, and she has not changed. She's fun though. I've never had a cat. So that's pretty cool. It's very fast. What else do I want to say on here? Oh, you guys want to see a breakdance move? Let me hook you up. All right, here's my apartment. It's a mess. We just came back. So I used to breakdance a lot, and I'll show you some kind of free. What up, money codes? Yo, I like your shout out on Maya's channel. Maya's channel is amazing. I don't give Maya enough credit, like I need to. Maya is really cool because she is raising a community of like the next generation of investors. I only hope that I can help guide her in the right direction. But man, she is so good at networking. Just like what I say about Andrew Lopez and even you guys on the channel right now, so good at networking. But all right, I'm gonna do this breakdance move. So in high school, I used to do a lot more breakdancing. Now it's more breaking than dancing. I actually started a breakdance club. There's Maya. That's what's up. I knew you were coming. I just gave you a shout out. You missed it. I can't do it again though. Anyway, I'm going to do a quick breakdance move. I'm going to do a headstand, but I'm going to do it on my wrist. And then, you know, it's just fun, flashy move. I'll probably do more later, but I think this one will be fun. And I thank you for everyone who showed up. So, let's just move all this cat stuff. You guys can see it, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty confident. So that's my little move for today. Yeah, I like the headstands. I'm pretty confident in those. But yeah, one thing I really liked about the channels that are on right here is you guys. Yeah, I know the lamp made me nervous too. You guys put so much of your why you do what you do and more about your person into your videos, and I need to incorporate that more into my videos. I just get so wrapped up in the finance sometimes. Oh, one real cool thing. Tell me what you guys think. I've been YouTubing people like Graham Stephan and Mr. Beast and taking the way they do their videos and making like a skeleton. And using that skeleton, that's how I form or script my videos. I'd be really curious to hear how you guys do your videos and how you script them. But that's kind of what I've been doing recently. And I feel like it's dramatically helped the channel. So I try to incorporate more jokes. Sometimes it's just me laughing at myself, I think. But I try to make it focused on entertainment, something that Lucas taught me. Yo, what's up, young investor? Hi. Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. I think I spend way too long on scripting. It probably takes me a whole day to do a script. Nice. I also, yeah, I definitely think I script too long and I want to produce more videos. Because what I notice is someone like Maya, who puts out a ton of videos, even though she's not giving herself as much credit as she deserves, because her video quality is still amazing for the amount she puts out. You watch her views on TubeBuddy, if you go to her channel and check out the views, I mean, it's just like, I wish I had stock in it, you know, it's just up. And I think I don't want to decrease the quality, but I want to increase the quantity. So it's just a balance, I guess. Matt, you said hour and a half. That's pretty good. I like the amount of time your videos are. I feel like maybe once I start getting monetized, I want them 10 minutes or longer. But before that, I am influenced by other YouTubers when it comes to my videos. Yeah. Yeah, I like that, Alex. That's very true. I'll have to start doing more of that and just kind of focusing more on the entertainment stuff. Yo, what's up, Gen Z? What up, Neelys? You have a premiere that just came out that I haven't gotten to yet because I was working on this and I decided to do a live stream. But I'm coming to watch that video when I'm done. Russell Brunson's idea? What is Russell Brunson's idea? Money code, you'll get to 1K and then you'll change it to 10K. Hook, story, offer. I like that. Russell Brunson is an amazing salesman. There's definitely a lot that I can learn from mirroring what he does. Let's see. All right, so is it Basim or is it Bassam? I keep wanting to say the name. I might just say Mr. Zahili because I feel like I can pronounce that one. Bassam, gotcha. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. Yeah, I definitely want to go shorter, and then once I get monetized, then 10 minutes because I feel like you can put the ads. Okay, so here's a philosophical question for y'all. On my website, I used to do a lot of blogging, right? And I said I didn't want to do Google ads because if you have ever gone to a website and you see Google ads, it just like pops up on your website and you see them everywhere, right? What's up, Camden? That's not the website I want to go to. So I said I would never use Google AdSense because my core principles, like opportunity cost investing, if you put yourself in a position to be subjected to that, you're more likely to buy it. It's kind of like having ice cream inside the house. If there's ice cream in this house, I guarantee I'm going to devour it. So Google Ads, I don't ever want on my blogs. But then I thought about it, right? YouTube runs on Google AdSense, right? And that's how we make our money. So I was at first being like, well, I don't want to do Google Ads because I'm putting ads in front of people and an opportunity cost. We don't really want to do that because people might spend money and that's not my principle. But what I've learned is that Google's algorithm, their YouTube algorithm, actually works based off of how much money they can make, right? So it's kind of like, it's almost like a necessary evil. So whereas I thought I wasn't going to do Google ads, I think I'm going to have to. And just kind of express to my audience that like not to buy things, I guess. And I feel like Graham Stephan does a really good job of that. Yes, Maya, I absolutely agree with you. I would much rather have the affiliates. Affiliates are my favorite way to make passive income because it's a self-correcting device. You know, you put out good content and people will click on the affiliate links. You don't recommend good products, then it won't happen. So I think that's, yeah, definitely. Yeah. You know what? I have a funny idea I want to do. Hook is the intro story, how it relates to offer right now for us to subscribe. And that's how we rate it. Okay. I'll definitely try that out. Thank you so much, Amanda. Anybody already made money out of affiliates? I've made $10 so far, I think. But what's really cool is I have a book and you can actually use your own affiliate links with your book. So it's a way to like double get the money. It's kind of cool. And because I've had the website before, but not a lot from the website. Oh yes, that's another thing. There's so many watch hours that go into it instead of just the subscriber count. It's definitely for me. I think I checked this morning. It was like 113 watch hours, and that was another reason why I was considering doing more videos, maybe a shorter time span. So if you guys have any suggestions to increase your watch time, that would be greatly appreciated. I'll take anything you can. Maya, that's so awesome. Thank you so much. Money codes made 100. Holy cow. That's amazing. That's pretty cool. I feel like the majority of finance YouTubers, passive income comes from like the Robinhood and the Webull referral links. and acorns maybe. Okay, I was actually curious. Amanda, you are just a resource and a half. Oh my God. I was actually curious if live streams increase the watch time or not. I'm gonna have to have like sparklers or something going in the background to really get people into these live streams. That's pretty cool. So you've already taught me about Russell Brunson. You've taught me about how live streams affect your time. And there was something else in here, I forget. But I'll go back to it for sure. But man, that's awesome. No way. Bassam, what video was that? A well-timed video. Nice. Yeah, that's another thing too. I have a bunch of different really cool topics where like, say Bruce Wayne puts out a $100,000 stock portfolio. I need to be on that, and I'm not fast enough because I already have a backlog. I was very lucky with Bruce Wayne actually because he recently put out another portfolio update, so it's like more recent. But I definitely need to increase the speed. 46,000 views. Oh my gosh, people were mad. Yo, CJ, what's up? Hey, let me check this DFS recommendation I did. You know, it's kind of funny, CJ. I had two stocks on my mind that I was going to recommend for you. By the way, if anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, CJ is running like a stock league right now. Check out his channel. Put down the stock you think is going to do real good. I think it's a really cool concept. Anyway, I was going to do Ally Bank, but I chose DFS instead, or Discover. And I should have gone with Ally Bank because Ally Bank's been to the moon and back. Let's see, DFS is Discover, and Discover is that's pretty neutral today. That's okay. Long-term investor. Yeah, that was pretty cool. CJ, how many recommendations did you get? Did people make it poor? Yeah, Alex, I totally agree with you. And plus, what I get out of your channel, Alex, is that it's a passion of yours. And that's what's really going to drive you into the long term. You can definitely tell with people whether they're just putting out content or if it's something they actually believe in. Thanks, CJ. I was thinking of like some of the other ones that I felt pretty strong in, but Discover I felt was kind of unique and just kind of fun. Yeah, Alex, I totally agree with you. I have to say, thank you everyone for being on here. Teen Finance said bye. I'm sorry, I didn't get to say hi. Thank you everyone for being on here. When I went through my financial journey, it was like high school going into college where I found out I wasn't going to get to go unless I learned everything I could about finance. And as you go through it, it was really hard to find people with the same qualities. I feel like it's pretty rare to find people who genuinely care about maybe finance, but self-improvement. I don't know. I felt pretty alone. The journey for success sometimes felt lonely. But after starting this YouTube thing, it's so clear to me where this community is. And I'm just so happy to be a part of it. And finally, I feel like I have people I can relate to. Yeah, I agree with you. And I just really appreciate everybody. That's all I want to say. I do. It's just kind of funny because I'll be sitting at home and I'll be spending an entire day figuring out what an actual return on investment is. And thanks Tim, and thanks Alex. Trying to figure out what the return on investment is and why these people can change to do better for themselves. And my girlfriend will come home. I'm like, look what I found. Look what I found. And she'll be like, yeah, whatever, you know. even I mean, she cares. She's a hell of a supporter. But it is just rare to find people like all you on there. I really appreciate you. Yo, Tim, you are quickly becoming one of my favorite people, especially in real estate. Like, you were my go-to real estate guy. It was so funny when you said I was your stock guy, and I was like, dude, you're my real estate dude. That and Scott Edwards doing something really cool where he's investing in commercial property. I've never seen anyone invest in commercial property before. I mean, granted, I haven't looked into it, but Tim, in investing, there's something called the money weighted rate of return. Yeah, Scott is the man. He was actually, I think, my first subscriber. There's something called the money weighted rate of return. And I've never seen anyone do a money weighted rate of return on a real estate investment property. If you could do something like that, that would be the next level of real estate investing. Always learning, for sure. Yeah, and that's why I like subscribing to. I want to get to 2,000 finance YouTube channels, and because you could just learn so much, even if you don't get to watch every single video, the fact that you have it surrounded with you is perfect. All right, Team Finance, I'll catch you later. Yeah, Tim, that's a really cool concept because money weighted rate of return essentially just means if you put in $1 today and then you put in $1 a month from now, they're going to have different rates according to the time value, and it's your actual rate of return. No one's ever recorded like a cost for a real estate investment and said, all right, at this time I paid this much for an inspection, this much I paid this much for the down payment, and there's a way to do it. There's a template on my website, but I've never tailored it for real estate. I might have to make a video on that because that would be pretty revolutionary to say. For sure. Actually, Bassem, there was Andrew Jick who was actually accused of doing something like that. There was another YouTuber who called him out and found the exact article. He just copied it. Yeah, exactly. For sure. But I feel like even if you surround yourself with people like that, there might be something that you can learn from them, which is always kind of cool. Like, for example, I don't invest in Tesla. I'm sorry if that just hurt everybody on here. I don't think it's you guys though, but I don't invest in Tesla. And anytime I see a Tesla video, it'll be fun to keep up on the stock, but I'm not investing on it personally. And that's another cool thing I want to talk about too. Whereas if you subscribe to 2,000 finance channels, you're going to get hit with millions of, I don't say millions, tons of notifications. And how do you keep up with all that? And if there's a video on Tesla, and like I said, I don't follow Tesla day by day, so what value am I going to get out of a Tesla video? There's a way to still give the person your time and quality. I can't wait to share. I actually didn't want to do that video, and we actually had that video, but I scraped it because I felt like the quality wasn't there. Have you guys ever had to scrape a video before? This goes back to what I was saying about, oh, did you really? That's awesome. This is why I think I need a Discord chat, because me saying something and then you guys typing, there's this delay. But if you guys talked, it would be more, and it's personable, right? So that's something I'm thinking about, is getting that Discord. Yo, everyone, my brother Kevin Rancourt's on here. That's pretty cool. All right, so one other thing, I know I talked about it earlier, but if you guys aren't subscribed to Cat Ann Finance, definitely go check her out. She's just one of those undervalued channels. Amanda, what do you have to say? I always leave it because then you lose the watch hours. Oh, you know what? That's true too. And that's where I think I'm being a little too hard on myself on the script. So maybe I have to loosen my borders a little bit, because I feel like there was still a lot of good value, but I feel like I didn't communicate it correctly. I don't know. Maybe I'll just have to work on the process like you have. Thanks, Kevin. I'll have to pick your brain on it. That's what I'll do, Kevin. Oh, for those who don't know too, my brother Kevin, he's a pro gamer. So he definitely knows Discord. I don't know why I haven't picked his brain yet. Yeah. Yeah, her last video was so cool. I was like moving at a million miles an hour, and then like I was hearing the things she was saying, and like everything slowed down, and I was like, I gotta listen to this. Oh, Tim, I can't wait. Yeah, I know, right, Tim? Tim, I can't wait for your next video. Amanda, you've been podcasting for years? Oh, no kidding. Do you still run the podcast? Got to start from somewhere, though, right? I mean, if you check out my first video and check out the ones I have now, I mean, it's a remarkable difference. Oh, I'll have to check out his solopreneur. All right, let me write that down. Oh, you have two now. That's crazy. How do you how do you manage that time? That's incredible. Kudos to you. And I forget, Amanda, is it your husband? What's his name again? Is it Steve? I can't remember. You both friended me on Facebook. Oh, no good. That's cool. I actually don't listen to podcasts. It's strictly YouTube. But I have to up my podcast game, I think. Podcasts are broken. They're amazing. That's so funny. That's pretty cool. So you have a lot of experience in this. That's awesome. Brandon. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Brandon. Thank you. Discord. Do you guys want to hear some of the video ideas I have coming up? And talk about that. I have too many ideas for how many videos I have. So you all know I want to do a Bruce Wayne video, doing a reaction on his stock portfolio. I can tell you right now, you can't tell what his return is, but I have to break down why. It's just kind of funny to see like Ryan Scribner, Bruce Wayne, Tommy Bryson, Jeremy from Personal Finance. I'm sorry, Financial Education can't actually get the returns by the videos they share with you. Let's see. I want to do something about my story. Oh, you guys are gonna love this one. Did you know you can get paper stock certificates? Yeah, they. Some of you might not even know that they existed, but before the computers existed, stocks were treated like pieces of paper, and you can actually get a paper stock certificate. In some cases, some companies have discontinued them, but I want to do that. I want to do best YouTubers to follow. I think I'll do that if I hit like 1,000 or 2,000 subscribers, and I want to do a fun spin on it where I impersonate each YouTuber, which I think would be super funny. So if I was doing like Alex, I could have like the Thanos hand behind me, or if I was doing Amanda, I can set up her background like this, and I can like try to incorporate, having, female empowerment in it. I think that would be super cool. And like, I want to not tell the audience who I'm trying to impersonate, and try to see if they can guess it. Like then put the name down there. I think it'd be so cool. And I love shouting out people too. I mean, everyone's got, like I said, everyone's got a little bit the ad, even those Tesla videos that I don't want to watch. I want to do, yo, what's up, Brian G? There's another one. All right, so every year you have your 401k and your Roth IRA increase. And the way that they decide to do that, so if we go up $500 on your Roth contribution, it's actually less than last year because as a percentage change, it's less. So I want to talk about that. Risk reward. Everyone talks about risk reward like it's, I don't know how you guys see it, but it's like this. But it's actually just a big square, and like there's a heat map that looks like that. However, there are ways you can find low risk, high reward. So I want to do that. just like how I did the free stock giveaway with Robinhood, I want to do it with M1 Finance too. Probably when I have more subscribers, because I only got like 4 people that put down the Robinhood referral link, which is kind of funny to me, right? I was offering a free stock and no one put the Robinhood referral link. There were some people that maxed out their referrals, and I actually didn't know you can max it out, so that was kind of cool. I messed up my HSA. I tried to transition it from, I think it's like E-Trade, or there was something that had huge fees, into Fidelity, which is no fees, but my HSA provider didn't allow that, so I lost a lot of money that way. I was going to do a stock splits part 2 because there was still so much to talk about for stock splits. Disadvantages to money weighted rates of return. Oh, that one's such a complicated concept, but I need to do that one. Yeah, Alex, you actually can do a paper stock certificate. I think if you type in gift a share or give a share onto Google, you can find it. I tried to make a homemade Starbucks caramel frappuccino, and it does not taste like it. I used to work at Dunkin' Donuts. I actually never drink coffee, and it was so funny for people to be like, "Oh, Jesse, what's this flavor of coffee like?" And I'd be like, "It's really good. You should." No, I shouldn't say that. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Yo, what's up, Benson? I'm just talking about video ideas I have in the future to talk about. One is why I don't care for dividends too much, because it's not tax advantaged. I have the Andrew Shear collab, who's Practical Personal Finance. We're doing 8 different methods to pay off your debt, which I think will be more towards the masses. Oh, in the case of what I just told Tim, no one's ever done a money-weighted rate of return on real estate, so I want to talk about that. Why I used unrealized capital gains. Benson, hell yeah, we should do a video together. Absolutely. I think we even talked about it in the past. So one thing I learned about Andrew Lopez is you guys can make a Google form and make like this form people fill out where they put in their information and like an idea for a video, and you put it in the description of your video. Do it. Do it, and we'll get something going. It's so easy. It's a great way to network. Anyone catching up on Sean Lucas? Is it? No, Lucas, right? Sean Lucas, his paperclip journey. Anyone up to date on that? I haven't checked out his last video. Did he get the camera? All right, back to these videos while you guys are typing. Another video idea is how to handle margin loans with your return on investment. I haven't done the math yet, but in theory, you should just ignore it. I'm going to be starting the $100,000 stock portfolio from $1,000. I actually put in 1,000. I probably should have put in something more relatable or something kind of funny, like 420 or something. I don't know. I wouldn't want to do the 421, but maybe something where people saw the number and just said, "Oh, that's that number for a reason." I was thinking about doing the average salary, so it's like $52,000 is how much the average person makes, and divide it out to see how much maybe someone would put in every single week. The idea behind my portfolio journey is to show how to do a portfolio update, and even if I beat the S&P or even if I don't, it'll set the way for someone to be able to show how they beat the S&P 500 kind of deal. Cost basis, why you shouldn't care about it. Total return, why you shouldn't care about it. How to do these are the top 3 stocks of the month. I need to do a video on how to do that correctly. A lot of people I've noticed, and throw your hands up if you've noticed it too, will say, these are the stocks you have to buy in the month of August. Well, they'll never return to it, or they won't return to it in a month or a year. And like you have to keep a track record, if not for your audience, but for yourself, to see if your method's actually working or not. And it's just so funny to see, like, if I wanted to game the YouTube system, I would make 500 videos on the top stocks to buy, and it would just be each stock on the S&P 500. And then if I were ever right on one of them, which I'm going to be right 250 times out of the 500, then I could be like, look, I was right. And because there's no track record, it's not a good way of demonstrating your audience performance. That's something we need to do as YouTubers to be more accountable. Yo, Alex, that's awesome. Kevin, my brother. Yeah, I'm a finance guy. I teach opportunity cost and how you can apply it to investing. Oh, this one's going to blow your mind. I want to do why we shouldn't pay attention to expense ratios. You look at people who will do, you should choose VU over VT-SAX and VFIAX or VU because of the expense ratio, but we shouldn't actually care about expense ratio, which is just like so funny. Why have we been so focused on this metric that doesn't matter? And I understand why, but I want to revisit clear value tax and my Dave Ramsey videos. There's a few more things I want to talk about there. Oh my God. For those of you who are on right now, I have something so funny I want to do for a video. If you notice, and about 25, 50% of the finance YouTubers out there, you'll always see, I don't even want to tell you about this. This is so funny. You'll always see a Himalayan salt lamp in their background. So I want to do some like conspiracy theory about if you're a finance YouTuber, you have to have a a Himalayan salt lamp. I want to have like what you see on like Brooklyn Nine-Nine or CSI, where this like huge board with like people's faces on it and the red string going to each one. And I want to do some kind of funny story about like why people are choosing the Himalayan salt lamp or something. The 5 biggest mistakes every portfolio update makes. That would be easy one. Taxes, for example. The top 3 mistakes I see every investor make. No taxes, again, that's another example. Asset allocation. When that video comes out, you guys need to watch asset allocation. I'll give you one really cool reason why you need to know asset allocation. So if someone gives you one portfolio but doesn't give you the whole thing, take, for example, they just put in $10,000 for Robinhood. Well, what if in a different account, they're paying for a $10,000 loan that they used for Robinhood, and you're not using that to calculate your performance? I mean, that's you need to know that, right? Because whether you leveraged it or you didn't makes a huge difference. Yes, I get so excited because I've done investing for 10 years now. So there's a lot of complicated processes that I know how to take and kind of simplify. And thank you, Alex, for keeping me on my balance, because I need to simplify it all the way down to a 5th grade level. But I forget sometimes that there's a ton of value from starting at the ground level on how to stock market beginner's guide. So thanks, Kevin. I will have to do that. That was actually one of my video ideas on the too. Oh, one really cool thing. If you guys follow AthleanX, and this isn't a finance channel, this is actually, as it sounds, an athletic and a weightlifting channel. And the guy is brilliant. One thing he did that more YouTubers need to do is he brought someone into his channel who was some skinny, scrawny guy like myself. Thank you, Beth. Yes. He brought some skinny guy who's never, ever done, professional weightlifting and stuff like this before, or athletic training, and he transformed him. He brought him into the system. So one thing I need to present, and this will help with the longevity of your channel, is someone like that. And I've actually found my girlfriend's sister and her boyfriend, and they're both looking to invest and learn more money. Malone, I was only wondering how much time it would take for you to get here, my man. Right now, I'm just talking about how there's a really cool opportunity for us to bring someone in who knows nothing about finance and use our techniques to show how the methods work and how we do that. So Kevin, my brother, just recommended the stock market for beginner. I want to take a beginner and show the process on how to grow like that. So there's like proof of concept. Also, if I can do this enough, eventually I'm going to find someone who can take over the channel and who'll have the same principles and the same mindset as me and kind of automate it. And every now and again, I'll come back and be like, hey, everyone, long time no see. This is what I've been up to. Here's how I've been taking it to the next step and stuff like this. But I think it's really, really a remarkable thing to do is like pass the torch. And this is something that I would love to see Graham Stephan do with Jack. I want to see more of Jack on more of his main channel and kind of pass the torch. You can see it now. Every time I see Jack talking, I can see the transition happen. Yeah, so you guys will see their names are Veronica and Josh. You'll see more of them, and you'll see their transformation. It's so funny though. Like, I don't know if you guys ever tried to help people with finance, but you're just trying to like corral them in. They get so excited. They started doing different things. I was like, no, baby steps, fundamentals, and work from there. So I love them so much. Yeah, Jeff Cavalier is so freaking awesome, man. We did his course. We've actually done many of his courses, and we used to do obstacle course racing, and we took his courses, and we got so good. We did 50 of them in one season, and we could have qualified for Worlds, except we like Ninja Warrior better, so we stuck with that instead. Why I'm giving away millions of dollars, and giving it away to charity, but I feel like that'll hook people. Yeah, yep, I hear you. A lot of people take it like gambling. It sucks, especially when like what we recently had, where it was so easy to make a lot of money that it kind of like ingrains in people's minds, like, oh, it's just so easy to make money, and like the riskier stocks, the better, without seeing that, like, whoops, I invested in Nikola, and it's hindsight's 2020, I guess. That's a poor joke considering what year we're in. So why I'm giving away $1 million, I'm giving it all to charity. When not to use a benchmark. And this is super funny because I'm like a huge proponent of using a benchmark, but there's a balance to everything, right? There's times where we don't want to use a benchmark. Like if you're constantly trying to beat it, you might do something that'll hurt your performance. Why not to use charts? Oh my God, that'll be a great one. How many of you, raise your hand, me included, have gone to like Vanguard's website and checked out like the growth, the hypothetical growth of $10,000? That chart does you nothing. And that's why I love understanding performances, how to communicate and calculate them, because you see things like that and you're like, no. Also, like, I don't think people realize that charts, like if you go on Yahoo Finance, they don't account for dividends either. So you can have two charts that go up 30%, but one is going to outperform the other because one has better dividends. So that was kind of funny. Chrome extensions. I saw Graham Stephan talk about this, how he wants to refer people to Honey, but Honey's not incentivizing him. But I was like, why would you still not suggest people use Honey? Another one is Wikibuy. For people who don't know what those two extensions are, they're you download them on Chrome. All right, thanks, Alex. I really appreciate your work, man. And thanks for coming by. I really appreciate your support. Later, man. Anyway, these two Chrome extensions will help you save money on Amazon, essentially. How to invest other people's money. Okay, so we don't, this is hard to say, we don't tell people what to invest in. We, as a YouTuber, say, this is what I'm investing in, so you know, and you can make your own decisions. So when the market crashed in March, I told my girlfriend, I am very, very, very strongly convinced Discover stock is very undervalued. And I told her, if you're willing, I would like to invest the money for you. However, I need you to be terrified of the fact that I'm trying to invest money for you. And I need you to say, no, 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 no. And I need to be, absolutely livid that it's going to be successful. So I ended up, I mean, she knows me, and she knows that I'm going to treat her well and stuff like this. But there's a way that I want to approach people investing in something. So what I did for her is I purchased $2,000 of Discover stock, and I showed her what her investment would be in the S&P 500. And the stock skyrocketed, and it was super, super fast. And it went from like $40 to $60, $30 to $60 or something like this. No, that doesn't sound right. It might have been 40 to 60. She made $1,000 on her 2,000, so it was a 50% gain in a month, which is the best trade I ever made. I waited a month for the tax incentives, and I didn't want to hold it any longer because I was kind of afraid of like a second wave of coronavirus and rather the cash. But there's a way to do it that way. They see what you invested in and what they could have invested in, which is the benchmark, and make sure that I told her that if the benchmark outperformed, I would give her the difference. Like I didn't want any risk to her. Like I never want to put anybody in a position like that. So I don't think I explained that correctly, but mistakes I've made in the past is another video. How to find high yield savings accounts. I have tons of resources on that. And not that I want to game the system and be like, oh, this one's got 0.1% better. Let's go to this one. But like if you're making 0.05%, we can do a lot for you. There's a lot on there. How to decide which finance videos to make. So as you can see, I have tons of finance video topics, but like, how do you decide which one's the next one? And I feel like you just got to prioritize what's best. Oh, Malone, you went into Discover too? That's awesome. I went into other ones too. During the dip, I did Bank of America, Discover, maybe Apple. I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to check the transaction history, but yeah, they panned off too well. I ended up selling them and just moving them into S&P 500. I really like to only invest in individual stocks if I'm highly confident that they're going to do really well. Otherwise, S&P 500. Did you guys see Graham Stephan's latest video on his reaction? What's the guy's name? He's on Shark Tank. His name Kevin? Kevin O'Leary? Kevin O'Leary. If you guys saw that, I was shocked. I don't know about you guys. Shocked how much Graham has in individual stocks and not the S&P 500. What? What? So one thing I like to express to my audience is like, invest in the S&P 500. But like, you watch people and you check out their portfolios. No one's 100% invested. I mean, there's a few that I can mention that I know that are 100% in the S&P 500, but like no one is. And I was expecting Graham to be the first person that like had everything in the S&P 500, but he had 1.1 million in individual stocks, and I think 750,000 in the S&P 500. And that was like, I had no idea. How many of you would love to see Graham Stephan's stock portfolio? I know I do. If I ever got my hands on that, I would love to figure out what his actual performance was. That would just be so cool. Just to see if he outperformed or not. I doubt it. People rarely do. How to do a budget with Excel. Oh my God, another trap that banks trap people into. I'm going to do 1,000 subs. There's a ton more that I've learned ever since 100 subs that I need to talk about. How to calculate hard opportunity costs. And that's usually a result of like people thinking more about the psychic benefit rather than the cost. Let's see here. Rates of return, how they're different on each platform. I recently got Robinhood, and I've told you that Robinhood and Weeble's performances are different. Well, they are. I got that verified for sure. You get the free stock on Robinhood. Robinhood actually counts the free stock towards your performance. Webull doesn't. So if you get a $10 free stock on Robinhood, Robinhood is going to say your performance was $10. Webull is going to say your performance was $0. And that was kind of cool because Webull does profit and loss and Robinhood does total return. But I had no idea that that was a difference. Let's see. I mean, there's just so much in here. I can actually answer someone's question on whether they think VU or VFAX is the better security to own once you know the actual returns. My YouTube strategy, how I made a book. Oh, for those who don't know, I made a book, right? And in my book, no, I don't want to say in my book. I made a book, and if you go to your library on their website, you can actually request them buy your book. And I felt a little weird about being like, hey, you should buy my book. But I did it anyway, and they sent me a letter back. And they're like, hey, can you donate a book? And I was like, yeah, I can. So I donated the book. All right. Let's see. If you're on here, throw me a shout out in the messages. I see 5 people. So let's light the chat up. Who's here? Why average cost per share? That's a good one. All right, everyone. I appreciate your time. I have a lot more video topics to talk about, but I think I've rambled on long enough. What is up, Sam? Hey. I was actually just about to. No, you're good. Man, what was I gonna say? Anyway, I was going over some portfolio ideas I had. I don't know how long you've been on here or not. Oh, what's up? I haven't. Evangelia, is that how you pronounce it? Evangelia? I think it's Evangelia, right? Evangelia. Hey. So yeah, Sam, I liked your video. I watched it today. That was pretty cool. Evangelia, I have to watch more of yours. I was showing people that I have 999 notifications on my YouTube. Actually, 991. And that's because I subscribe to so many finance YouTube channels because it's so important to surround yourself with the best of the best, right? And I want to show people how I go through them so fast. So I was thinking about doing something like that. Right now, some of the video topics, and then maybe I'll do a breakdance movie or a breakdance move and then end the video. But is why average cost per share is actually meaningless. And it's just because it doesn't take into consideration time, essentially. My book in the library, I want to talk about that. The psychology of opportunity cost. Oh, I can go on that forever. And then I have some funny ones like the Himalayan salt lamp thing that I was telling other people about. And end live streams with a quote. Okay, I will end this live stream with a quote right now. Warren Buffett once said, someone is shitting, someone's shitting. My apologies. Someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. So if you guys ever get discouraged about your YouTube progress, just know that there are people out there who are watching it. I am watching them because I like to surround myself with everybody and really listen to what you have to say. No, it's okay. I appreciate your support. Just know that you're planting the seeds for tomorrow. So I appreciate everyone's support. Not shitting in the shade, but sitting in the shade. My bad. It's my first live stream. I'm sorry. Anyway, you guys have fun. I'm out of here. Have a good weekend. Yeah. You guys are doing great. This is awkward. Awkward silence. Walk of shame.